welcome to our January book haul. After filming our Christmas book haul at the end of December, we had a lot of fun and we decided that we'd start doing monthly book hauls so that we can kind of keep track of the amount of books that we're bringing into our home throughout the year, and we can see what we're buying when and whether we're actually reading it. So today is the first one of our new monthly book hauls. So I thought today we would start off with our Kindle books, then we'll move on to proofs that we were sent from publishers, and then BookBox books, and then I've got a little bit of an unboxing for you because we had 2 parcels arrive this morning and I thought today was as good a day as any to film. So, on our Kindle this month, we've bought Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book in the Claim the Stars series. We actually borrowed it out of the library and haven't had a chance to read it yet, but we managed to get it on the 99p daily deal, so this was the first book that we hauled on our Kindle this month. We also ordered Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is the first book in a dark academia adult fantasy series that she's writing. I think it's going to be either 7 or 9 books. I think 9 is in my head because it's Ninth House, but I believe it's 7 books. I've heard mixed things about this one. Apparently there's a lot of different trigger warnings, but it seems kind of well received. But again, it was 99p, so I wasn't going to say no. The next book that we hauled was The 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. This is the first book in the Inheritance trilogy. I've heard a lot of good things about N.K. Jemison's writing and I'm looking forward to trying it for the first time. And the last book that we got on the Kindle this month was The Lottery and the Stories by Shirley Jackson. The Lottery is one of my favourite short stories of all time, and if you like short stories, like horror short stories that have a bit of a fun kind of twist element and have a really cool setting, then it's definitely a story that I would recommend for you, and I'm hoping that the rest of the book will be just as good. I'm not sure how many short stories are in it, but I really liked The Lottery, so I'm happy to just try a few of these at a time. So for books sent from publishers this month, we've got 2. So for the first book that we were sent by a publisher this month, we've got A Man Who Is Not a Man by Thando Ngokolanzana. I hope I'm getting that vaguely right. I'm really, really sorry. But this is their debut novel. It was meant to be out May last year. I believe it's coming out in January. And this is published by Cassava. They weren't the ones who sent it to me. It was someone else who I work with who works with a few different publishing houses. But this one should be interesting because it sounds like it's a novel. So it's the personal trauma of a young Xhosa initiate after a rite of passage circumcision goes wrong. So it sounds like it's going to be very harrowing. It's going to be quite a personal story and it's going to be quite upsetting. It is only 177 pages, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to squeeze this one in fairly soon. This was an unsolicited proof, so I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it because it is very different to the kind of books that we normally read, but I'm still really grateful to have received it. And the next book, I kind of won like a little competition, and that is The Survivors by Jane Harper, which was kindly sent to me by Little Brown. So I've been on all of the Jane Harper blog tours so far for The Dry, Force of Nature and The Lost Man. But for The Survivors this year, they decided not to do a blog tour. I think because of everything that's going on, it was probably far too much work to try and organise. But kindly, Grace sent me a proof of it because I tweeted my excitement about the book, and she was like, oh, there you go, you can have a proof. And I was like, yay, because that means I've still got all matching copies on these. So this is Jane Harper's 4th novel. I believe it's set in Tasmania this time. Most of her books are set in Australia. A reckless mistake leads to devastating consequences. And I'm just really looking forward to reading it. And also, how gorgeous is this proof? Even the deepest secrets rise to the surface. Definitely one I'm interested in reading sooner rather than later. So next we'll move on to the books that we got from BookBoxes. So for this one we've got 2 this month because unfortunately we are still waiting for our December Owl Crate. But these are both from the Illuma Crate A Legacy to Protect box. So I will link our unboxing down in the description if you would like to see the rest of the items that came with these books. The first one of these was The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. This is about 3 cousins who go to live with their reclusive grandmother, and there's like family secrets and things. And the next book in this month's box was The Ravens by Danielle Page and Cass Morgan. This is a kind of contemporary witchy book. It looks like it's going to be vaguely dark academia as well, but has the gorgeous sprayed edges and is one I'm really interested in starting soon because it's the first one in a series. We've then got the one book that we've ordered and already unboxed because this came last week and I really wanted to just whip it open, and that is Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. This is Angie Thomas's 3rd novel and this is the prequel to The Hate U Give. This follows Star's father Maverick as he discovers that he's going to be a young dad to her older brother Seven. And he is, I think his father's just been arrested yes, his father's in prison, his mum's working 2 jobs, and he wants to kind of walk away from the gang life to be a father, but he has that kind of internal struggle and trying to get out of the King Lords. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes, and it's also so much shorter than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be bigger than The Hate U Give, but it's less than 300 pages. Oh no, it's not less than 300 pages, it's 320 pages, so it's just over. But yeah, I think that's going to be a really, really quick read, and I'm loving this gorgeous Waterstones edition with the blue sprayed edges. And then we have the 2 books that I'd like to unbox for you today. I know what these are, but I don't know what they look like because they've only just come. So let's whip them open. So the first one we're going to unbox for you today is Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. So this is B.B. Alston's debut. This is a middle grade, and this is going to be the middle grade monthly book for March. So if you are interested in reading it, I would recommend joining in with Jade and Gavin on their little read along. This is a limited signed edition, which is one of the reasons that I ordered it. But it is so cute, and it's got like the little sprinkly stars all over the front cover, and oh, it's very, very pretty. But yes, this is about a girl who discovers she's invited for a trial at the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs and must compete against kids who have known about the world their entire life, and she's kind of like the outsider. So I think this is going to be a really interesting one, and I'm just loving that cover. It's so gorgeous. And the next book I've got to unbox for you today is, pardon my light, it's just decided to die, so if I've suddenly gotten a little bit gloomier, you'll know why. It is a book you've already seen, actually. Haha! It's The Survivors by Jane Harper. So as soon as Waterstones put the signed edition up, I knew I wanted to buy it because I didn't think that they would be doing a blog tour this time around. I just had a feeling. Signature page. And so when Grace did kind of contact me with that competition to win a proof, I was very, very surprised, but I already had my copy ordered, so I didn't even mind if I didn't win the competition, because I just love Jane Harper's writing, and I am a huge supporter of her and her work. It's some of the best thrillers that I've read, and I think the locations that she sets them in are so vibrant, it makes the story just next level. And so I'm looking forward to reading this one, as you can tell, because I already have 2 copies of it, and it only came out yesterday. So, I hope you enjoyed this book haul. We only got hold of 10 books this month, including the ones on our Kindle. So that's what we're going to aim for at the most in future months. We do have a bit of a backlog on our Owl Crate boxes, so we are going to have an influx of book boxes when they eventually get out of wherever they are stuck. But hoping to keep it about this amount because that's kind of reasonable. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, we would be really, really grateful. And if you'd like this video, then please like it. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, so we'll see you again soon. Bye! Mkololanza? Mkolozana? That's it. There we go. Let's try that one. Danielle Page and Cass Morgan. Oh!